What's up, y'all? It's Silent. The Big Man Boom. Back with some more information for today. Um, I would like to send peace off to the ones that are aware of who they are and know what's going on right now. Yeah. So today, um, I'm gonna be teaching a little bit about the power of the tongue. Right. Now you probably, I ain't never read the 48 Laws of Power, but they probably got something about this in there. I'm sure they probably do. But we're gonna give you the natural understanding of the power of the tongue, right? Now, when you go into the Egyptian science, you will see what they would call the six senses, right? They're talking about the brain, the mind, right? And they're giving you the six senses, right? They're giving you the smell, right? So that's breathing in the energy, right? Inhale, exhale, right? Then they giving you hearing, right? So being able to hear, listen, pay attention to energy and all that shit, right? Then they got taste, right? So they'll show you a tongue, right? And this is what they're talking about. They talking about the power of the tongue, the power of speaking, right? Because a lot of people probably wouldn't understand what that means. They're telling you about the power of the tongue, right? Now, um, you have what you would call your thoughts, right? Or thought, which is Tahuti, right? That's being a powerful thinker. Whatever you think up here in the brain is going to translate into your tongue, right? So whatever comes from here going to translate into here, right? So as you think of, as they say, so as you think of, so you speak of, right? So whatever you think, right, is going to translate into here, and you're going to start speaking what you think, right? So whatever you speaking all came from your thoughts, right? So you have to understand the power of your thoughts as well. Your thoughts create reality, right? You orchestrate everything that happens in your life. Everything that happens in your life is coming from you. You may not realize it. You may think shit is just happening in your life just to be happening. Like, man, fuck, all this shit happened. Why am I going through all this weird shit? Or all this bullshit? What the fuck is going on? It's coming from you. You just don't realize it. Anything you say negatively or positively, it's gonna create a reality. I know this because I done seen it for myself and I done seen it from others. Right? But we don't know the spiritual aspect of this. Because if we understood the spiritual aspect of this, we wouldn't just say anything out of our mouth. We would learn to shut the fuck up sometimes and not say anything at all. Right? Because then you go into the science of why most spiritual people like myself are quiet. We quiet because we know the power of our words. We don't want to just say anything because we know just saying one thing out of our mouth can create something. So we don't really say too many things because we know the power of our voice and we know that we connected to some shit to where it's going to create a elevation of power around us. So we just ain't going to say nothing just to say something, right? So, your thoughts create the um the you could say the imagination of what you want, and then as you say it out your mouth, this is when it becomes a reality. So you go back into we talk about affirmations. Affirmations is affirming, right? So you giving confirmation that this is gonna happen. So I am everything and everything is me. I am everything and everything is me. I am everything and everything is me. You affirming, right? So you saying I am all and all is me. So that means I am the air, I am the water, I am the fire, and I am the earth. I am all and all is me. You affirming, you saying this is what I am. Right? But it's gonna be a point in your life to where you gonna figure out that you are all of what you said you was, right? Because you gonna start to realize your connection to the earth, to the air, to the fire, and to the waters. Right? You gonna understand that one day, right? Because this is what you affirmed yourself to be in. So you gonna see a reality in that, like, damn, I am all that I said I am. It's gonna hit you like, damn, right? But most of that came because you said that that's what you was, right? But it's your thoughts and your feelings towards everything that created that reality. You know what I'm saying? So you have to realize that what you think, right, and what you say is a powerful thing to do, right? See, but here's how they tricked us. All right. This is how they tricked us, right? See, in the educational system, they don't um, teach us to speak in the ways of the universe. They teach us to speak in the ways of a third dimensional plane, right? That's why I talked about like the mathematics. They teach you to count, but counting is you going over the matter of the number because the number is the explanation of the universe, right? If you counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're not breaking down the power of the number and the energy of the number and what all that means, right? So they teach you not to speak the language of the universe. They teach you to speak the language of, you could say, I said third dimension, but they teach you to speak the language of illusions, right? Shit that ain't even real, right? Shit that's not accurate, right? So you taught to look at everything in a way of, okay, this is what it is. This is what that is, right? And not taught to look at everything like, nah, I should watch the things I say. I should pay attention to my own thoughts. But morally, I should allow the good thoughts that I'm having to run wild. I should express my feelings, right? Creatively, right? And allow them to run this course, right? They're not teaching shit like that, right? So, yeah, we in these educational systems or these learning centers, we learning shit, but we still don't have an understanding of our thoughts and the shit that we saying. We still don't have no understanding of that because we don't believe that that shit has no power to it, but it has a power, right? If you believe that you ain't gonna get somewhere in a year because of how shit looking, you ain't gonna get nowhere, right? Because that's what you told yourself, you ain't gonna get nowhere. But if you believe and understand from a universal aspect that everything takes time and that everything has to add up to where it makes sense for you to be able to do what you try to do, then that's when it's gonna happen. And if you keep the faith and keep a positive mindset and say positive things out your mouth, then everything's gonna work out the way it's gonna work out, right? But if you tend to look at everything negatively and say negative things, this is what's gonna create a negative reality around you, right? But this is the shit they don't teach in these schools because that's alchemy, right? So alchemy is a higher advanced level of science. And they don't want you to know that type of science. Because if you know that type of science, you're going to be a cold motherfucker and ain't nobody going to be able to tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand the science of this shit, you going to be like, damn. Why the fuck do I take my life too seriously? Why do I get so overwhelmed with shit that don't really matter? Right? You're going to start to realize shit. Because you're going to start to see everything at hand that is involved around you. Right? Like, even for me, it's certain shit out my mouth that I have had to clean up. Right? Because certain shit I was saying wasn't really as positive or as powerful as it should be. Right? Because, like I said, that I don't want to be comfortable. I want to be uncomfortable in my life. The reason why I say I want to be uncomfortable in my life because I know if I'm comfortable, then I mean I'm not paying attention to, the challenges that may be at hand for me. It's just gonna come to me like, man, what the fuck is going on, right? But if I'm expecting to be tested and I'm expecting challenges to come my way from being uncomfortable, then I know what's gonna come my way. You know what I mean? And I feel like every man should embrace being uncomfortable and should look to be uncomfortable because that's going to develop you and make you a better man and overall a better person. Right? But in a sense, I have to watch my tone and how I use that because it could be like an affirmation that I'm sending out to where I just want hard shit and fucked up shit happen to me. And I'm thinking that it's helping me be a better person, but it's really some negative shit that I'm bringing on to myself. So I have to be careful in the shit that I'm saying and the shit that I'm thinking. Right? So even I had to watch myself with that. You know what I mean? But yeah. This is what it is. When you're talking about the power of the tongue, for most people, all they know is negative. All they know is negative thinking. All they know is negative speaking. But most of that comes from trauma. When you come from trauma and your life has been very hard and it's been very challenging, you don't know no better but negativity. So if something go wrong, oh, it's over with. Oh, it's it. This the last curtain call. You know? Because you don't know no better. But when you understand that shit, like I said, everything is an energy. Everything has its motion. Everything is a balance. You ain't gonna feel that way. You gonna be like, hey, shit. Anything can happen. I ain't gonna think the worst. I ain't gonna say the worst out my mouth. That's the most idiotic thing you can do is speak negative out your own mouth. Speak negative of things around you out your own mouth. That's the most idiotic shit. Right? But you be having motherfuckers going around thinking they smart, but they saying dumb shit out their mouth. That's unintelligent. Any situation you in, you always have to have a positive mindset and you always have to have positive thoughts. That's how you transform the energy. Because the energy is existent. But it's up to you on how you balance the energy and how you understand the energy. So if some negative shit is happening around me, but I'm transforming the energy that's negative around me by thinking positive and saying positive things, that negative energy is going to go away. Right? And the reason why it's going to go away is because I'm not allowing that negative energy to basically find its place in me or to affect me or to have rulership over me. So I'm manipulating that negative energy by making it a positive, seeing the good in it. Okay, well, that's not happening, but I got this. Okay, well, that's not happening, but I got this. Okay, this shit ain't going on, but I still got this. Right? That's how you manipulate shit. And this is when your brain starts to develop. Right? Because by you thinking better, your brain gonna develop. This is when information will start to come into your mind better because of the way you are thinking. This is the truth. This is the real science of this shit. But a lot of us people don't know this shit because we wasn't taught it. I ain't just telling you this shit just to sound like I know some shit. This is real shit. This is alchemy. Right? So you have to pay attention to that. Your tongue is a powerful thing, but your mind is a powerful thing. You have to know what's the right in your thoughts and what you're saying, and you have to know what's the wrong. Don't never let no negative shit come out your mouth, right? But morally, don't never think no negative shit. I don't want a generation of young kids thinking negative shit and saying negative shit out their mouth. Because it's gonna make it harder for these kids to grow up and learn who the fuck they are. Right? So the deal and the goal is to have these kids aware of what they're saying and aware of what they're thinking, and to turn that switch to where they only think the best of themselves and they only say the best for themselves. That's what you do. We don't want no negative thinking. We don't want that. We don't want no negative talk. Right? This is why, like, I be seeing a lot of shit in the world right now. We got a lot of men that act feminine nowadays. It's true. We have a lot of feminine niggas out here. A lot of men today gossip worse than bitches. They gossip worse. Right? Just be sitting like niggas be doing podcasts and shit, talking like bras and shit, gossiping about other motherfuckers. That's some of the weirdest shit to me, seeing niggas doing this shit. But that's what we came to. We come to a point to where the negative thinking and the negative speech is more popular and more important than speaking positive. When you speak positive on a motherfucker, you like a corny motherfucker in society. You corny. Oh, that corny ass nigga. You corny. Right? But when you speaking positive about a motherfucker and you uplifting the motherfucker, when you speaking down on the motherfucker, and you talking down on the motherfucker and you trying to spread some rumors and some dirt about a motherfucker, that's when you get all the love and all the attention. Right? So this is how you know we in a trap. We trapped mentally. We fucked up as a people. To where speaking bad about a motherfucker is more important than speaking good about a motherfucker. That ain't the world we come from. That ain't the type of shit that we intervene with. I'm a man. I ain't no bitch. I'm not sitting around talking about, I don't give a fuck what other niggas are doing anyway. Right? But as I'm seeing a lot of men doing this shit, this is how I'm realizing that, we getting worse. Because this negative talk is just going around and it's just spreading like a virus. Right? But it's morally, like I said, because most motherfuckers got a lot of trauma and they don't know how to deal with the trauma that they have been through, so they just let shit run its course. So any negative feelings they feel towards another person, or they feel towards themselves, they just go pit it on another motherfucker. Try to find a way to exercise that negative feeling. That's just what it is. What you do is, for an exercise, what you do is close your eyes, right? Like this, close your eyes and just pay attention to the thoughts you get. Pay attention to your thoughts, right? Because I said it, some people have the ability to listen to their own thoughts. I have the ability to listen to my thoughts. I haven't heard my own thoughts. So you close your eyes and you just stay in complete quietness and just try to listen to your thoughts. Listen. Just really listen. Listen to the shit that come into your mind. When you sit and listen to the shit that come into your mind, you gonna start to realize like, damn, it's a lot of shit that I be thinking. And most of the shit I'm thinking is negative. And most of the shit I say, right? So once you sit and look and pay attention to your thoughts, you gonna learn how to not say the shit that's coming in your mind. No, you gonna learn how to not say that shit no more. You gonna learn how to change your mind, change the way you think, change the shit that you say, because now you hearing how you be feeling about a lot of shit, and a lot of shit that you feeling is not a good way to feel, right? But that's just when you start paying attention to your thoughts and listening, because you can listen to your thoughts. And it's gonna be a lot of shit you gonna hear, but most of the shit you hearing is coming from trauma, right? So you may start to hear shit that's happening to you from years ago. That shit's still in you. So all that shit is a factor in your life now to where you just a negative thinking, negative talking person because of shit that has happened to you. It's real shit. I talked about this shit before though. It's real shit. Because for most people, when something negative, or let's say this, say you wake up one day and you having a bad day, you just don't feel good. You don't feel yourself, right? You just feel cranky. Most people don't know how to change the outcome of how they feeling in their day. Most people just gonna stay in that mindset, right? We call it waking up on the wrong side of the bed, right? So you get someone that'll wake up and they just cranky, grouchy, mad, right? For no reason though. Being, bitchy with everybody, right? People like that, they don't know how to transform what they feeling, right? What can happen is that, like we talking about with the negative thoughts, it could be so many negative thoughts going on in their mind to where that shit has transformed through through their whole body to where they just accumulated and consuming just negative feelings, right? So they mad for no reason. They just mad for some shit that didn't happen in their life before, right? And they just got mad again. So they just wake up cranky for no reason, blaming everybody else for how they feeling for them for some old shit that didn't happen to them. They don't know how to transform that. They just go stay in that mindset and be an ignorant, angry motherfucker all day. But it ain't nobody's fault. It's all on them, right? And most of that mindset is the victim mindset, because you being mad and angry at people, that's a victim mindset. You play as a victim. Like everybody is the cause to why you feel the way you feel. No, nobody is the cause to why you feel the way you feel. It's all on you, because even if somebody do something wrong to you, it's still up to you on how you handle it. So it's still on you. You're not the victim or nothing. It's up to you and how you deal with the energy and how you transmit it or how you transform it. It's up to you. That's why I don't have sympathy for ignorant motherfuckers. I don't have sympathy for them because they know what's right and they know what's wrong. They know how negative thoughts affect them. and how it can affect a reality, but they don't want to do nothing with it. They just want to stay angry. Them is some of the most idiotic, dumb motherfuckers to me. And I don't have no sympathy for them. I don't. Because they know. Right? But this is the people that you get. Right? So they don't understand the power of thoughts. They don't understand the power of the tongue. Right? So this is what caused them to be the people that they are. Right? But it's going to have to come a point in time in their life to where they're going to start to realize, or going to have to realize, that it's all on them to change the way they feel and the way they think. Right? Because when you are somebody that has a lot of negative energy running inside of you, you may tend to look at everything as a negative. If a motherfucker texts you good morning out of the blue and they never text you good morning before, you may find something wrong in that. Why they texting me good morning? Why they saying that for? You may think a motherfucker about to die or something. They dying, you know, and that's all because you just got so much negative energies in you. You don't know how to even take anything. You don't know what to digest anything as. You don't know. Because you always thinking the negative of situations. So if somebody sing love your way, you gonna find something wrong. You gonna think they being fake or something. Or it's not genuine. But they probably really mean the shit that they saying to you. Cause they didn't have to do that. Ain't nothing forcing them to tell you good morning or see how you doing. They doing it out the kindness of their own heart. But since you so accumulated with negative energies and ignorance, you think it's something wrong. Like a motherfucker ain't genuine. No, that's just all for you and your own thoughts. That's your mind making you think it's something wrong. I ain't got nothing to do with somebody else. And this is how a lot of people are out here. You know, man, a lot of people have that type of tension in them that they can't really fix and resolve for themselves. Right? They can't fix or resolve none of that shit, so they just let shit run its course. So the science that I'm giving you in this lesson is that it's all the power of the tongue and what you say all comes from what you think. So you got to clear your mind, clear the fog in your mind so that when you speak, all you speak is the language of love. You speak from your heart, right? Stop just speaking from your mind and what your mind is telling you. Speak from your heart, right? Because when you speak from the heart, that's when you speaking the truth, right? Because this is how we can tell if people are lying. You know, when some people say, or you know, when you tell somebody you love them and they say it back, but they say it back too quick to where it feel like it wasn't genuine, right? That's them saying it because if they feel like if they don't say it, then they gonna sound wrong, right? So they saying it back to you so they don't sound wrong. No, if you don't love that motherfucker back, then you shouldn't say it, because if you saying it and you don't mean it, then the energy is not gonna have a powerful effect on the motherfucker you saying I love you to, right? So when you speak from the heart, right? When somebody tell you they love you, right, and you dealing with your heart energy, when you say it back to them, it's gonna damn near feel like you saying it onto yourself, right? Because you already feeling the love from within yourself, so you don't have no problem with saying it to someone else, right? Because another person can be a reflection from how you feel inside from you speaking to them. So if I love myself and I tell you I love you, that means I mean that because I love myself. But if I tell you I love you, or you tell me you love me, but I don't really feel that way for myself, but I'm just saying it back to you so I don't sound fucked up, that means I don't really love you. Right? So you have to know the power of your thoughts, and you have to know the power of what you say from your thoughts, right? And you have to know how to speak from that heart, right? So, yeah, this is just some, information on that type of chick. I got some more info. I'm gonna have to drop on some other things, but yeah. With that being said, this is Silent the Big Baboon. I'm out. Peace.